Mr. President, with your indulgence, I want to join my colleagues on behalf of the best caucus in the Senate, the most behaved caucus in the Senate, the PDP caucus.
Yes, good. Minority are good. Well guided. No, for emphasis.
I missed that. Can you come back? Come back. I missed it.
Mr. President, I want to join the APC caucus in the Senate on behalf of my colleagues, the best behaved caucus in the Senate. I attested to just a few days ago, which is reflected in the votes and proceedings of these hallowed chambers by the Senate whip, that yes, indeed, I don't want to quote him, but Prof was able to note that this is the best behaved caucus, and to congratulate the Senate leader, not just on his elevation, but also on his birthday today, and to note that yes, indeed, that we concur with all he has said here, particularly when he said that all the grumblings, the rumblings, and disaffections affecting the 8th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have been brought to an end with his elevation today. And I believe he is speaking the minds of all the other grumblers in the past. So it is on that note, it is, Mr. President, it's expected that the leader should be held in silence. Yes.
Fire on.
Mr. President, it's expected that the leader. That is the more reason why you should allow me to talk. So, Mr. President, sir, I mean, my spirit was elevated.
Yes.
And I don't know, my colleagues were also very happy. Because we came here to work to improve the living standards of Nigerians and not to bicker, and not to grumble, and not to be unhappy. So just out of happiness that I saw on the faces of my colleagues, the best behaved caucus, I just want to say that we are very delighted with your speech.
Yes.
We are very happy, but we also want to note that in spite of the situation of this and that, that in reality, that the Senate was actually focused on national issues, and that we're meeting issues on bipartisan basis. We will continue to remain bipartisan where the interests of Nigerians are concerned. We are very determined to ensure that we improve the living standards of Nigerians, and therefore we'll support you, we'll support the Senate, we'll support the APC caucus on things that will improve the living standards of Nigerians, and we'll support the President on things we believe strongly will take Nigeria out of recession. But we will not in any way condone the idea of what you said earlier when you said you were on this side. When you were on this side, you were about 5 or 6. You were about 5 or 6 senators. There was never a time that the opposition from 1999 in the Senate, yes, were even up to 5. That was the reason that in spite of the other paper, Mr. President, if you see the Senate standing order, you'll notice that it is clearly stated majority leader, minority leader. But because there was really no minority from 1999, we chose to call the Senate majority leader, Senate leader, because it was an overwhelming majority on behalf of the PDP at that time. But today, the situation is different. So we want you to carry us along and to ensure that in all your activities, you do carry us along. And we don't want you to run the Senate. We want the Senate President to run the Senate while you and I continue to consult for the things of the Senate. I so submit, Mr. President. Congratulations.
Well